Hi class, hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be going over some more math involving fractions, so let's get right into it. So, today we will solve word problems that require adding fractions with unlike denominators. And when we say unlike denominators, we're referring to the bottom number of a fraction being different. So if we had 1/2 plus 2/7, the bottom number, the 2 and the 7, the denominators of these fractions, they're different. And so we're going to be doing word problems where the bottoms of the fractions, the denominators, are different. Remember, the bottom number is the denominator, the top number is the numerator. So let's get right into our first example. Jim walks 1/2 mile in the morning and then walks 1/3 mile in the afternoon. How many miles did he walk in total? So we have 1/2 mile in the morning and 1/3 mile in the afternoon. So we have 1/2 plus 1/3. And if you remember, for adding fractions, we need to have our bottom numbers, our denominators, be the same number. And right now they're not the same, right? We have a 2 here and a 3 here, clearly different numbers. So we need to make them the same. So we need to figure out what we can multiply 3 by and what we can multiply 2 by in order to get the same denominator. So let's list out our multiples of 2. So 1 times 2 would be 2. 2 times 2 would be 4. 3 times 2 would be 6. 4 times 2 would be 8. And we'll stop right here for the moment. We'll go to our multiples of 3. 1 times 3 would be 3. 2 times 3 would be 6. And as we can see right here, we have a common multiple for 2 and 3, and it is 6. So this is our lowest common multiple. So we can multiply 3 by 2, and it gives us 6 for our denominator. And remember, we have to do this to the top as well, our numerator. So 1 times 2 equals 2. Now, 2 times 3 equals 6. We'll put that over here for other fractions. We also need to multiply the top times 3. 1 times 3 equals 3. So we have 2 6 plus 3 6. Now we add them together. 2 plus 3 is 5 for our numerator. And then for our denominator, remember, we do not add these 6's together. We keep the 6 the same. We only add the top numbers of the fractions, the numerators, the 2 and the 3, and we get our 5. So the answer to this word problem is 5/6 miles. And this is how far Jim walked in total. So hopefully you got that. Don't worry if you didn't. We're going to be doing more problems. On the next slide, you're going to be trying one on your own, and then we will review it together. Go ahead, get out a piece of paper, try to do this problem on your own. Pause the video, and then after we will come back and review it together. Okay, we're back, so let's start off by reading the word problem. Sally baked a pizza. She ate 1/8 of the pizza during lunch and 1/3 of the pizza during dinner. How much pizza did Sally eat in total? So for this problem, we are going to be adding our 1/8 of pizza she ate during lunch and the 1/3 of pizza she ate during dinner. So we are going to have 1/8 plus 1/3. Okay, So remember, we need to get common denominators, and right now they're different. One's 3 and one's 8. So we can do this by first listing off our multiples of 8 and our multiples of 3. So our first multiple of 8 is 8, because 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. 3 times 8 is 24. And we'll stop right there. Okay, now we could list out all of our multiples of 3, or we could just look at these numbers right here. And we can try to figure out, is 3 times a number going to equal any of these numbers? So is 3 times any whole number going to equal 8? No, it's not. 3 times something isn't going to equal 8. Is 3 times a number going to equal 16? No, it's not. Is 3 times a number going to equal 24? Yes. 3 times 8 equals 24. We also could have figured this out by listing out our multiples of 3. So 1 times 3 equals 3. 2 times 3 equals 6. And then kept on going until we got to 8 times 3 equals 24, and we would have saw that these two are the same. Okay, now that we did 3 times 8 equals 24, we need to do it to our top number, our numerator. So 1 times 8 equals 8. Now we need to go to our 1/8 over here, and because 8 times 3 equals 24, we're going to multiply it by 3. So 8 times 3, 24. I'll put it over here. And then our numerator has to be multiplied by 3 as well. 1 times 3 equals 3. So we do our 8 plus our 3, and it equals 11. And remember, our numerator down here, our 24, stays the same. We do not add the 24s together, it just stays the same. So our answer is 11/24 pizza. And so, yeah, that's the answer for this word problem. If you got it right, great job. If you didn't get it right, good job attempting it. Don't worry, we're going to have more practice with fractions. We're going to keep going over this stuff. And yeah, good job attempting it. Good job working on it. And we have another one we're going to work on. So, same thing as before, guys. Get out your piece of paper, try to solve this on your own, pause the video, and then we'll be right back shortly to review it together. Okay, we're back. Let's start off by reading the word problem. Bob is keeping track of how much his hamster eats. His hamster ate 5/12 cup of hamster food on Saturday and 1/2 cup of food on Sunday. How much food did his hamster eat in total over the weekend? So we have 5/12 that he ate on Saturday and 1/2 that he ate on Sunday, and we're going to be adding them together to figure out how much the hamster ate in total over the weekend. So our first fraction we have is 5/12 plus our 1/2. And if you look right here, you can see that we have a 12 and a 2 as a denominator, and remember we have to make them the same number. And we could go down here and list out our multiples of 2 and 12, but we could also just look right here at the 2 and the 12 and remember some basic multiplication facts. What number times 2 equals 12? It is 6. So 2 times 6 equals 12. And this would give us a common denominator of 12. So if you can do this and remember your basic multiplication facts, you can often find the denominator a lot more quickly than having to list out all of the multiples of 2 and 12. Okay, so we have 12. Then we also need to multiply the top by the 6 as well, our numerator. So 6 over 12. Now this fraction right here, it's going to stay the same because we have a common denominator of 12 already. So let's bring these fractions down here so they're easier to see us adding them. So 5 twelfths right here, 6 twelfths right here. We're adding them together. 5 plus 6 equals 11. Remember, we're not adding 12 plus 12 for 24. The 12 stays the same. We do not add the bottom numbers, our denominators, together. We keep them the same. We only add our top numbers, the numerators. And I've said this multiple times, but I just want to make sure that you guys remember it because it's very important. So our answer is 5 twelfths cups of hamster food. So that's the answer to this problem. If you got it, good job. If you didn't, good job attempting it. And don't worry if you are struggling understanding some of this, because it takes a little while to get the hang of it. And we're going to continue to do more practice, and you guys are going to continue to improve and get better and better. Good job today, guys, and well done. Today we learned to solve word problems that require adding fractions with unlike denominators. And remember, unlike denominators just means that the bottom number of the fraction, our denominators, are different. So yeah, great job. Continue working on your schoolwork, continue staying healthy, and I will see you guys in the next video.